When I say ooh, you say are going to lose the tag team championship because that's what's going to happen here. Luke Harper and Erick Rowan are facing off against the Usos in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. And even though I would rather see the Usos retain, I'm fairly confident we're going to see the Wyatt family walk out with the titles this time. And I'm a little bit disappointed in that because I don't think that they have as much going for them as they used to. And the Usos would have been far better off keeping it. But you never know. Still hasn't happened yet, so there's still a chance the Usos might retain. What do you think's happening in here, Wego?
I think the Wyatt family is going to take it, and they should. The Usos have done as much as they can do with it, so let's see the Wyatt family defend it against a few face teams.
Miguel?
As much as I would hate to say it because it means I'm going to lose a ton of points, I think it is time for them to finally hand the belts over to the Wyatts. I mean, they've been champs for what, several months now? Almost a year, it feels like, even though it's probably hasn't. But I do think that division needs a bit of shaking up. So I'm going to go with the Wyatts on this one, even though it kills me.
Sean, who's winning?
The Wyatts win this, and then they're going to drop the titles the next night on Raw to Team Stardust.
The next night?
Yep.
Huh. You know what? WWE's done that kind of stuff in the past. I wouldn't be too surprised. And they are kind of holding off on the Dusts.
Because the Wyatts are losing steam, and they're losing it fast, so they'll probably end up back on NXT by in a couple of months.
I think the belts will actually... I think the belts are actually going to give them that boost of energy that they need. I know a lot of people are saying they're losing steam, and I can't disagree too much, but I think that giving them the belts are actually going to be a positive to them.
I'll go ahead and disagree and say Bray Wyatt's losing steam. These two are getting their own individuality and personality finally. I like what they're doing with them as opposed to what they're doing with Bray Wyatt, so I think they're going to be better off when they actually split.
They practically have split. I mean, they don't even come out with each other anymore, it seems. You got a new theme song, like their fourth theme song in a couple of months. I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to beat the core for the most amount of theme songs they can have.
So, Peyton, is this going to be the time that the Wyatt family wins? Is the new theme songs a sign for that, and the fact that Luke Harper finally has a jacket? Or was that just, something random and Usos are retaining?
I have enjoyed seeing the Wyatt steady decline, but I think if they're going to rehab them at all, this is the way you're going to do it. I don't think Bray Wyatt's going to get too much higher than he is. I think you could still do a little something with the tag team, and if you're going to put the belts on them, now's the time to do it. I would have said last month would have been the time to do it, and they delayed too long, but you got to do it now. I predict that the next opponents from the go against would be Stardust. I don't know if I would expect them to lose it to them. They may. I mean, they were already tag team champions, so they don't particularly need it. I definitely see it also being another wedge between those two and Bray. Once they get their titles, they probably will if ever, come out with Bray Wyatt anymore.
Okay, we've got a couple more matches left to do. I think 3 of them left in this card that have already been announced. So we are going to roll on in the next part and do Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins.